Crikey, mate! Welcome to the beating heart of Australia, where the land itself seems to call out to every traveller with a sense of adventure. There's something about the Outback that grabs you from the very first moment. The colours, the sounds, the sheer vastness. It's a place where legends are born and stories are written in the red dust. Have you ever felt the call of the wild? That deep, restless urge to leave behind the ordinary and step into the unknown. Out here, that feeling is impossible to ignore. The Outback doesn't just whisper, it shouts, inviting you to discover what lies beyond the horizon. It pulls you from the city, away from the noise and the rush, to a place where time slows down and every moment feels like an adventure waiting to happen. The journey from the city to the Outback is a transformation, one that strips away the clutter and lets you reconnect with the world and with yourself. Out here in Australia, the Outback sings that song louder than anywhere else. The wind carries ancient stories, and the land itself seems to hum with energy. It's a place where you can feel the pulse of the earth beneath your feet. A sprawling land of red earth and endless skies, it's bursting with life and stories. Every sunrise paints the landscape in fiery hues, and every sunset brings a hush that settles over the plains. The Outback is alive, not just with animals and plants, but with the spirit of those who have walked here before. Step into the Outback, and you're in a different world. The crunch of red sand under your boots, the distant call of a kookaburra, and the endless sky above. It all feels like stepping into a dream. Here, every step is a new discovery, every path a new story. The air is cleaner, filled with eucalyptus and dry earth. You can taste the difference, feel it in your lungs. The scent of the bush is unforgettable, a mix of sun-baked earth, wildflowers, and the tang of gum trees. Silence here is profound, yet alive with whispers of wind and distant calls. It's a silence that soothes the soul, broken only by the rustle of leaves or the distant thump of kangaroo feet. In this quiet, you can hear your own thoughts, and maybe even the heartbeat of the land itself. This land is alive, waiting for you to say good day. Kangaroos bound across the plains, emus stride through the grass, and the locals greet you with a smile and a story. The Outback is a place where everyone is welcome, and every encounter is a chance to learn something new. It's a place of beauty and power, challenging and changing you. The Outback tests your limits, but it also rewards you with moments of awe. Standing alone at sunrise, watching the land glow with promise, you realize just how small you are and how big the world can be. The Outback isn't just desert, it's a patchwork of landscapes. Towering rock formations rise from the earth like ancient monuments. Hidden waterholes offer cool relief, and sweeping plains stretch as far as the eye can see. Each corner of the Outback has its own secrets, waiting for you to uncover. Trails here are ancient highways, footprints of the first peoples. They connect sacred sites and communities, weaving a tapestry of culture and history that stretches back tens of thousands of years. Walking these paths, you're following in the footsteps of those who truly know this land. Stories written on the land, etched in stone, painted on cave walls, whispered in the wind. The Outback is a living museum, and every rock and tree has a tale to tell if you're willing to listen. By crikey, let's go explore them. The adventure of a lifetime is waiting out there in the red earth, and all you have to do is answer the call. Before the pyramids, people walked this land. Australia's Indigenous peoples, the oldest living culture, have been here for over 65,000 years. Their trails are more than paths. They're part of the dream time, the story of creation. Walking these tracks is following a story told for generations. These trails were key to survival, teaching where to find water and navigate the stars. They were classrooms, supermarkets, and cathedrals. Today, these trails are a living part of Indigenous culture. Understanding their significance is key to appreciating the Outback. It's about the soul of the land and its people. Let's dive into songlines, the First Peoples map of Australia. These are not maps drawn on paper, but living, breathing guides woven into the very fabric of the land. Songlines are ancient, stretching back thousands of years, and they hold the stories of ancestors, creation, and survival. The first peoples mapped the continent with songs, melodies and words that trace invisible pathways across vast distances. By singing these songs, you could navigate deserts, forests, and mountains, following routes that only exist in memory and tradition. Each song is a detailed description of the landscape, recounting creation events and the journeys of ancestral beings. These stories are layered with meaning, marking waterholes, food sources, and sacred sites, all encoded in melody and verse. By knowing the song, you'd know the route. It's like a GPS made of music and memory, guiding you safely across the land. The rhythm and lyrics act as cues, helping travelers remember where to turn, what to look for, and how to survive. This system connected language groups, fostering cooperation, respect, and shared responsibility for the land. Songlines were highways of knowledge, trade, and friendship, linking people across the continent. Songs are encyclopedias of knowledge, teaching about seasons, animals, plants, and laws. They pass down wisdom about when to hunt, where to find water, and how to care for country, ensuring survival in a harsh environment. Singing them isn't just remembering, it's renewing a living connection to the land. Each performance is an act of respect, a way to keep the stories and the land itself alive. Today, songlines remain vital, preserving culture and identity for future generations. Elders teach children these songs, ensuring that the knowledge and spirit of the land are never lost. For travelers, understanding songlines changes everything. The Outback is no longer empty or silent. It's a place filled with stories, voices, and meaning, waiting to be heard and respected. The landscape becomes a living storybook, every hill and river a chapter, every rock a character in an ancient tale. That mountain isn't just a mountain, it's a sleeping giant from a creation story, a guardian watching over the land. That river isn't just water, it's the path of a great rainbow serpent, a reminder of the power and mystery of nature. The world comes alive with meaning, and every step you take is part of a story that stretches back to the beginning of time. Uluru is the heart and soul of Australia, a place where the land itself seems to breathe with ancient stories and spiritual energy. Rising dramatically from the flat red earth, Uluru is more than just a landmark. It's a symbol of the continent's deep connection to its past and its people. As the first rays of sunlight touch its surface, the rock glows with a warm golden hue, welcoming a new day in the Outback. This massive monolith is alive with colour, shifting from ochre to deep crimson as the sun moves across the sky. At dawn and dusk, Uluru transforms, its surface reflecting the changing light in a mesmerising display. It's as if the rock itself is alive, responding to the rhythms of the land and sky, a living, breathing thing that has stood for millions of years. The trails that wind around Uluru are sacred pathways, deeply woven into the culture and traditions of the Anangu people, the traditional custodians of this land. Every step along these paths is a step through history, where ancient stories and spiritual beliefs are etched into the very landscape. The base walk is more than just a hike. It's a journey through a living museum, where every rock, tree, and shadow has meaning. As you walk, you're surrounded by the sights and sounds of the Outback, immersed in a place that feels both timeless and alive. Along the way, you'll find markers and plaques that share the stories of Uluru, tales of creation, survival, and the deep spiritual connection between the land and its people. Each part of the trail reveals a new chapter, inviting you to pause and reflect. The Anangu people ask visitors not to climb Uluru, a request rooted in respect for their culture and beliefs. Honouring this wish is a way to show gratitude for being welcomed onto this sacred land, and to help preserve its integrity for future generations. The real connection to Uluru is found by walking around its base, taking the time to absorb its presence and listen to the stories carried on the wind. Here, you can truly appreciate the scale and majesty of this ancient place. Along the walk, you'll discover ancient rock art, vivid paintings and carvings that tell the stories of creation ancestors and the Dreamtime. These artworks are windows into a world that stretches back thousands of years, connecting you to the land's earliest storytellers. As you walk these trails, a sense of awe settles in. You feel the power and wisdom of Uluru, a presence that is both humbling and inspiring. The silence of the desert is profound, broken only by the sounds of nature and your own footsteps. To truly understand Uluru, the best way is to walk with an Anangu guide. Their knowledge and stories bring the landscape to life, offering insights that you won't find in any guidebook. Listening to the Anangu share their stories, you begin to see Uluru not just as a tourist destination, but as a living home, a place of deep spiritual significance, cared for and respected for countless generations. Uluru is a true Aussie treasure, a place where the spirit of Australia is felt in every stone, every story, and every sunrise. It's a journey that stays with you long after you leave, calling you back to the heart of the land. The Kimberley is a wild, rugged land of gorges and rivers. The Gibb River Road takes you deep into this wilderness. Trails lead to hidden oases, stunning waterfalls, and crystal-clear swimming holes. But the Kimberley holds an older, secret rock art. Gwayan art, tens of thousands of years old, is a lost treasure. Wandjina art, representing creator beings, is powerful and sacred. The trails to these art sites connect people to their creators. It's a humbling experience. The Kimberley is a place of adventure and discovery. What a place. The Outback is home to incredible animals, adapted to survive extremes. Red kangaroos, wallabies, and echidnas roam the land. At night, dingoes howl and marsupials scurry. Bird life is sensational, with flocks of budgerigars and galas. Wedge-tailed eagles soar, and kookaburras laugh at dawn. Reptiles rule here, from goannas to snakes. Respect the wildlife, and it will respect you. These creatures are part of an intricate web of life. The Outback is their kingdom. Walk softly and be aware, it's a land of beauty and wonder. They are all beautiful creatures. Feeling the call? Ready for adventure? Good on ya! Prepare well. Carry water, sun protection, and respect the land. Guided tours offer comfort and deep understanding. Indigenous-led experiences provide real insight. Independent adventurers can explore marked trails in national parks. Always let someone know your plans and stick to paths. Leave no trace, carry out all rubbish and take nothing. Walk softly and listen more than you talk. Be a respectful traveller, a temporary guardian of this ancient land. The adventure is waiting for you. So come on, the adventure is waiting for you. Walking these trails comes with responsibility. These places are fragile ecosystems and cultural landscapes. Support traditional owners and indigenous communities. Choose respectful tour operators and buy authentic art. Education is key. Learn about local culture and protocols. Travel with respect, understanding you're a guest in a sacred home. Be an advocate. Share your stories and support conservation. These footprints are a legacy for humanity. It's our duty to protect them. Let's be wildlife and culture warriors. Together we can make a real difference. Well, there you have it, folks. A journey into the heart of Australia along ancient footpaths. These trails are stories, history, and the soul of this land. Walking them changes you, gets into your blood. I hope this sparks adventure in your heart. Remember, with adventure comes responsibility. These places need us to be their champions. Join our tribe of adventurers and conservationists. Together we can keep the wild heart of our planet beating strong. Thank you for joining me, and until next time, stay wild.